Oh my god, it is freezing. This is a better idea in my head. Alright, let's just do it and we'll make it short, yeah? So, here we are on the roof terrace of Liverpool Street. Today, I'm going to be talking about watch investments, so let's jump into it. So, when talking about investment watches, the first thing to think about is, why do you want an investment watch? So, simply put, you want something that's going to rise in value and be very easy to get out of in the future. That's basically what, in my eyes, an investment watch should be. So watches have always been good for this purpose. Watches generally, or the watches that we sell, pretty much always go up. They have periods where they kind of creep up more than other times, and one of those periods definitely is now. Like the last few years, they've been going crazy. I've even seen jumps in a matter of weeks of like 10,000 in some models, like the yellow gold green Daytona, also the platinum baguette Daytona. So both those watches are sold. A week later, I've restocked them and I'm paying £10,000 more. Like a week later, it's crazy. But having said that, everyone keeps asking me, is the bubble gonna burst? Have they got to where they're gonna go and they can't go any higher? I hear this so much, and I've heard it every single year for the last 10-15 years. Like, I can't see any signs of them slowing down. I think it just never seems to major. They always seem to go past where you think they're going to go. So just this week actually, we've been calling some customers we've sold kind of parcels of watches to in the past to hold on to, trying to buy the watches back. Some as recent as only a few months ago, and I've been offering customers nice profits on the parcels we sold them. So yeah, it's always nice when you can do that. So that's why, as a company, we mainly stock and sell Rolex, because over time they've done so well, and any Rolex we sell to a customer, we're always happy to buy back. I don't want to sell you something, you come back and me have to tell you how much money you've lost, or tell you I don't want to buy it. I get every day on my phone people offering me watches. Maybe they've got no papers, maybe they're custom diamond set, maybe they're a brand that doesn't hold its money so well, and it's not for me to stock. So I tell them, look, it's not for me, but where did you get it? I'll probably best try them, because they should be more inclined to look after you. And 9 times out of 10 I get the same response: oh no, I've asked them already, but they're not currently buying watches at the minute. Listen, if you're a watch shop, you're always buying watches. You can't be a watch business and not be buying watches. All of us watch dealers are trying to buy watches morning and night, 7 days a week. So it's not they're not buying watches, it's they don't want to buy the watch they sold you back. So I don't think that's a great business model. Anything we sell would always happily buy back. So that leads on to the second thing to think about, which is what suits you. There's no perfect one watch for investment. Everyone's got different needs. So how much money have you got to spend? So I've got customers that come to me that are looking to spend, say, around the 10k mark. I'd probably put in some like a steel Rolex sports model. They are like bread and butter investment watches, super safe. Then I've got a lot of customers that maybe want one model for more like 30-40k. I might put a gold piece into them, something that's been discontinued. And then you've got customers that want to spend like 100 or hundreds of thousands, which then you've got the option of moving into bigger brands. Like you kind of going into the big league, like RMs, which have done super well this last year or two. Or of course you could be spending 100k, but you could break it down into kind of like 520k watches. So if ever you need to put out a little bit of money, you don't have to sell the one model for the whole amount. You can sell one piece and draw a little bit of money back. So that's always quite a good idea. Also, the thing that's important to bear in mind, which no one does think about this, are you going to wear it or are you going to just tuck it away? So this is important. If you're going to wear it, you need to like the watch. It's no good, in my opinion, having something that we think is going to do really well, but you don't like the look of it at all if you're going to be wearing it. So that comes into play. If you're going to be tucking it away, it doesn't really matter what the size of the watch is, how it looks, whether it's steel, gold, what brand. If you're going to be tucking it away, you need to be aiming for what you think, or the person you're buying it from thinks, has the most potential to rise in value. So if you are going to buy something to tuck away, the things we recommend are unworn pieces, especially if they're still fully stickered. Rolex very, very, very rarely let any watches go out that still got stickers on now. Also, over the last like 10-15 years, the biggest price increases we've seen on watches have been from discontinued models. So you find they get discontinued, and over time they just increase the most compared to other models. So yeah, we think discontinued models are really, really good news. Things like stainless steel bezel Daytonas, especially if they're stickered and unworn, fantastic news to put away. Zenith steel Daytonas, they've gone up loads, and I still think they've got tons of room. The Patrizzi steel Daytona, look into that one, that's a really cool watch. They actually made a mistake with the dial. It's got like patina and it discolors. They've gone up crazy. They've gone up, like, I can remember when it was easily buyable for about 15k. Yeah, now you're gonna have to pay multiple times that. So number 3 would be who to listen to. So we've been in a watch game for 30 years. We definitely don't know it all, and not bigging ourselves up too much, but we've seen a lot and we've been through a lot. We've got real experience in the watch game. So we're not just putting you into the things we think are the most exciting or kind of guessing. I mean, no one knows for sure, but we've seen what's happened with watches. We've seen the new models come out, what happens to them in the first year, where they are 5 years later. We've seen when things get discontinued, how they perform 5-10 years later. So we've got that real experience. Like I said, we don't know it all, but I feel quite strongly about recommending the things that, in our opinion or through our experience, are the best to kind of put your money into. I hear so much in people's shops and offices and on the phones, like, yeah, this has got 20k to go in a few months, bro. Why ain't they keeping that watch themselves? Like, we thought a few months ago the Rolex Explorer 2 is a blinding watch. I think it's undervalued. It's one of the cheapest Rolex sports models you can get. It's the 50th anniversary of it this year. We think it'll be discontinued or changed in some way. So we bought 10 unworn Explorer 2s. We put our money where our mouth was. Most of them are stickered. So if you asked us, if we were telling you we think that's a good model, and you asked if we got any, yeah, we got 10 tucked away. So if someone's telling you something so fantastic, have they got one, or why ain't they keeping it? No one knows for sure where they're gonna go. But yeah, just use your head, and you need to be going to someone you trust that's going to be pointing you right and that's got the experience, rather than someone just trying to sell you something because they've got it in stock. That just makes no sense. So 3 last tips to end the video on. Number 1, if you're new to this space, stick to Rolex. They're the safest by far. You could walk into someone's showroom who sells pre-owned Rolexes that are nice examples. You could close your eyes, pick 3 models out, and in 5-10 years you'd probably be doing pretty well from their models. Number 2, have long term in mind. If you want something that's going to jump crazy in a matter of months, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but then you should look at being a watch dealer and not getting a watch for investment. A watch for investment is more like long term. Don't forget, a shop or watch dealer has had a little profit in a watch, so you've always got that to take off the price. But yeah, look for long term. Don't be greedy and trying to get the kind of short term wins. Number 3 is probably the most important. Go to someone you trust. I say this in so many of my videos. If you stick to this one point, you can't really go far wrong. Look, watches now are like a currency. They're there or thereabouts, the same price from most trusted dealers. Yeah, you're talking like on a 40 grand watch, maybe a couple of hundred difference here and there. There's no reason why someone should be selling a watch for way under what it's worth, because they're just giving away money. So just go to someone you trust and who you know is going to be putting you right, and that's not just trying to sell you something they got in stock. I wanted to do this quick video because this is an area that we're quite passionate about and we've been helping customers with for years now. I've got tons of customers that We sell parcels of watches too that they want to just put away, and I'll be happy to get any of them up here on camera and tell you what they've done. They've all done pretty well. A lot of the watches I've bought back. So yeah, it's nice doing this, being able to sell people watches. And I'll be honest with you, even people that don't have this in mind, just buy a watch for themselves. And trying to think, I've done a few today in the matter of months, giving people either their money back or more than what they bought the watch for. Like, it's crazy. So I wanted just to cover the basics in this video, make it short and sweet. I'm freezing, I need to get back inside, but I'm going to be doing some more videos in the near future, showing you specific models of what we think and believe is going to be good for the future. So look out for them. Thanks for joining us.